On this episode of Two Dudes, One Cart, John and I sat down with Tyler from McLemore Golf Resort, where us and the boys are going out there in April. It's in Rising Fawn, Georgia. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Two Dudes, One Cart. All right, everybody. Tonight, John and I are lucky enough to sit down with Tyler Stromatt from McLemore. Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're making it. We don't have the luxuries that you have currently, but we're looking forward to coming out there in April and seeing the place, playing some golf, having a good time, and my God, enjoying some warmer weather because we're owed it. We've been in the frozen tundra here in Indiana for what seems like a year now. Only been a couple months, obviously, but I know I'm ready, and I know John's ready.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hate that with the weather, but I'll do my best to make sure it's primed and ready for you in April.
So, why don't you give us a little bit of background of kind of how you got where you are and just kind of what Mclemore is and where it's heading and so on and so forth, if you don't mind.
For sure. It's a lot, but I will do my best to kind of shorten it, include I feel like I'm a part of the story in a way. I've been a I've been a big customer for a long time before I worked here, so it's a cool part of the story. So Macklemore bought a golf course called Canyon Ridge back in like 2015, 2016. Um, Bill Bergen and Reese Jones redid it, put a bunch of money into it, created, it's the famous 18th hole, which is your guys' background. Um, you know, been ranked as the best finishing hole in the country twice now, I think. So like that's a cool thing we have to, it's a banner to hang that we're proud of. Uh, and really, honestly, that hole right there changed everything. Um, where we turned in what was a clubhouse, one restaurant, and one golf course into now two golf courses, 25 homes that we rent out, some that you guys will be staying in those. Um, and a brand new golf course that we're super proud of that, we're there's three golf courses pretty much going to be in the running for best course of 2026. And, we're one of them. We want to win it. Um, I believe we will win it. It's going to be, we got some good competition. Sand Valley has a course that we're competing with. It's pretty good too, but it doesn't have the views that our course has, which is pretty special. And you guys will see that. I'm confident the course back it up. But I got here planning stay and play trips for my friends. That's what I do for my like group of buddies. There's like 24 of us. We've been a lot of places, but Macklemore is about 45 minutes from Chattanooga, um, 2 hours from Atlanta, Nashville, Knoxville, Birmingham. So it's really easy to meet there and get a good group of guys. So that's how that started. Um, I did it 3 years in a row, and then so I got to know the people that work there, work here, um, and a relationship got built, and we had a conversation after the last one I did about coming on board to, help this place with their stay and play program. And, golf as a whole has really turned a corner since COVID, especially traveling, golf trips, stay and play. You see it all over Instagram. Everywhere it's everywhere. It's the new thing. It's a fab that like we're taking full advantage of. Uh, it's what golfing is right now. I feel like less people are joining country clubs and spending their money on travel and going with their buddies to experience new places. So we're trying to be that place and compete um, with other courses who have been doing this a lot longer than us. We're still pretty new, and but we're not. We believe we can compete with them and provide an experience that is better than theirs when it comes to the courses we have, and also just the people we have up there and kind of the whole experience. Our lodging's nice, courses are nice, restaurants are nice, people are nice, and once you come in our gate, we're built for you to stay there, and you know we're really remote. There's only one grocery store, and it's a Dollar General that's 15 minutes away. So like that's we're built for you to come in the gate and kind of stay the weekend there. But uh, we have big plans to keep growing. You guys are hitting us at a perfect time. Um, as a sales guy, John, when I was talking to you, it's hard to get someone to reserve a trip that far in advance.
Oh yeah.
But the growing we've done since you booked is crazy.
Oh,
It's
I'm sure.
we're booked, we don't have, you're staying in some of the golf cottages that are, walking distance to everything, right on the driving range. Like I don't have one on a weekend till April, March 2026 for the year. So like you did the right thing and I feel good being right about that.
So I think Steve and I, we all kind of linked up around 2020, 2021. We had a group of, I don't know, I'd say 30 to 40 casual friends. We all kind of knew each other through golf or knew of a buddy of a buddy. So, like, we've done some stay and play packages, and then we've done some like build our own packages. And like, I've
Right.
had, so props off to you for getting the stay and play package going there because it made it a lot easier on me because Steve and I are normally responsible for setting up the golf trips, making sure we get lodging, we get all the tee times booked, we know when people are flying in and out, how we're going to carpool people from, because even on this trip we got people from Texas, we got people from Florida, we
Sweet.
got people from Northwest Indiana, Central Indiana, Southern Indiana, and you guys made it real simple. So let's dive into the lodging because that's always a big thing. Typically, in our group, we have guys that are, a little bit more um, tight with their money. They're a little bit, they don't like to get off the purse strings a whole lot. So a
Right.
lot of trips we've done, double occupancy in a hotel where you get two queen beds, or we've done like four guys in a hotel room on a
Yeah.
single night before we could get an Airbnb. So these cottages, just from what I've seen online, they look awesome. Looks
Hmm.
like they're four bedroom, two queen beds in each,
Yep.
bathrooms.
4 bathrooms in each too. So it's two guys in a bathroom, which helps.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
that's nice.
yeah.
Looks like
And,
they're decked out. I mean, they're fully
mhm,
furnished. Everything looks sharp in there. When I can stumble right to the driving range in the morning.
exactly. And it's cool, like the two cottages that you have, you know, they're built for like the group size of 16, 8 and 8, and it's off the back patios. They got like walkways and a big shared big fire pit that you guys will probably enjoy as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, those are, we only have four of those, which we want more. Um, Now our other homes, they're, people rent those out like they're their vacation homes or investments, and they use us to, we're like we kind of have our own little Airbnb set up with these homeowners. But those are more, you're going to get 3 bedrooms and they're all set up differently.
Yeah.
We got some 5 bedrooms, and they're set up, you know they'll have three kings and then a double queen, and then we got one house that has like the 6 bunk beds in the bonus room, which you know you get to a certain age, twin beds, sometimes hurt you. You almost rather be on a couch sometimes. So it's big enough. But yeah, we have lots of options. And like I've said, props to you for being a good trip planner and being on top of it and getting your guys kind of the best setup we offer. So
Yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, to caddy this in here, what are the mattresses like, and are there mattress protectors on there? I don't know. I'm not
they're
for
com
our group. I'm just kind of
yeah,
curious. You
they're
know,
good. They're comfy. They're
they're
uh
ready. They're ready for a group of 16 guys that
yeah,
may or
yeah,
may not have 2 to 12 cocktails in a day. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. I've heard about it.
we're used to it, man. It's all yours for the weekend. So
Okay. So when we walk out of, we covered the cabins. When we walk out of the cabins, we're ready to hit the range.
yep.
There's something special about your range too, because it's not just a normal range. If I've heard right.
Right. No, that's right. We're we're a big partner with Callaway. Um, they do all our rental clubs. That's what we sell in the shop. Um, but obviously Callaway's partnered with Top Tracer,
Yep.
and so they came and they installed, the Top Tracer technology, which is it's really cool. Um, you'll see the big post out there, and all you got to do is download the Top Tracer app. It hit a couple balls, let it find you, select which kind of where you're at, and it'll track your whole range session. You can play games on there between the group if you want
Okay.
to. Um, but yeah, it's nice.
Get a little
Especially
data feedback, right?
yeah, it's
So
nice. Like I can go back on that app when I remember to like, you know, log my range session.
yeah,
Like it's cool. I can go back and see how far I was hitting 6 iron that day, or like it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a cool little feature that we have that Top Tracer's kind of testing out.
yeah,
Um, we eventually want to go to like, some bays that your group could rent out that like comes with food and drink service and like
yeah,
kind of have a night experience after golf where that's where you're watching games and it's pretty cool. We
yeah.
have a big spokesperson that Charlie Reimer. If you look
Yeah.
him up, yeah, he's the man, right? Like he's hilarious. He's a helps with stuff like this, but he's so good at TV, radio, commentating, all that. Like I think we have a long-term goal of him having like a little studio there that, while you're hitting balls, he might be in there recording, you
Yeah.
know, doing stuff like
Added
that
the
is,
experience, right?
yeah. And, kind of a little sports bar section
Yeah,
added
that'd be
to
cool.
what we have. Yeah. Be cool once we're working on getting there. So
I think the cool thing, because I mean, for a stay and play group like us, we're bringing 16 guys. That's 16 different personalities. You got 16
yeah,
guys that, like Steve and I, will probably go to the range, hit 10, 15 balls just to hear the snap, crackle, and pops of the bones and the tendons
exactly.
loosened up. But we also have some other guys in our group, that are all about the stats and, what's my dynamic loft, what was my carry distance, so like having the ability to do both, right? You can kind of appeal to the masses of whether you want to use the technology, it's there, great. If you don't, guess
Yeah,
what? You
exactly.
can still pound balls till you get sore too.
Exactly. So yeah, that's good. And, you know, uh, also along with that, the putting course and short course. That's like two things I know it's like I said, I was up there yesterday, finished my round, grabbed a beer with my buddy, and we sat like on the back side of the clubhouse restaurant and we just watched people play the short course
Yeah.
and it's so fun. Like they're out there partying, having a good time. It's like really relaxed out there and like,
Bring a couple of clubs and a couple
yeah,
beers with you, and that's all you need. Or I mean, what's the longest hole type thing? What's the shortest hole?
35 to 75 yards. So
Okay,
it's a
so I only need
wedge.
one wedge.
Yeah, it's a wedge and a putter. Play it as many times you want. Um, you can play in big groups if you want to. So it's pretty fun. You can if you want to, you can get creative and play different tee boxes, different greens, as long as people aren't,
Yeah,
out there, stuff like that. So you can kind of figure that out. Putting course, it's big. They're really popular nowadays. So I'm glad we got it, early on and not having to like go back and install it. But it'll be cool. It's got lights on it.
okay,
So you guys can do that at night
yeah.
and people have a lot of fun. That's a big
We have
money game.
18 holes on the putting course.
It ranges 18 to 9. It depends on how
Okay,
busy we are. If
okay,
big weekends, we'll drop it down to 9, kind of
yeah.
spread it out a little bit more
A lot
and
more
kind of
people to get it.
yeah,
And then on the short course, how many holes is that? Is that 7 holes or
sticks.
six? Okay, because I'm sure this is going to get a lot of listens from our 16.
Yeah, no, it
There's a
should.
16. So I wanted
What's
to get it
cool
dialed in.
what's cool to short course is um it's right above the 18th hole. So it's like you'll drive up after you play 18 and like you kind of get that same view that you have behind you. which is pretty cool playing the 6-hole short course.
And so I think that'll be nice too, having the short course on the days that we're playing 18. We can go
Hmm.
far around there because probably like a lot of guys' trips, there's going to be some gambling going on,
Yep.
right? So everybody throws in $5 on the short course, and then we're going to do the putting course,
Yep.
and everybody's going to throw $5 in there, and then someone's going to get pissed off that someone beat them, and then next thing you know, it's going double or nothing, and somebody's going to lose $100 and get pissed off, right? So that's how it. So we got plenty of options after we get our
Yep.
ass kicked by the keep or the main course,
Hmm.
which is great. So I think that is an outstanding thing. Um, and then on the far as the resort goes, you guys also did a huge investment or partnership with Hilton Signia Hotel, right?
Yeah, man. It opened. Grand opening was last May.
Okay.
245 rooms, so it's bigger than people thought. It's down number one fairway on the Highlands course.
Okay.
Um, you guys definitely need to check it out. There's restaurants in there and bars in there, and like the only thing you can't really do is like go to the pool, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah,
No,
it's April.
no one needs to see 16 guys in swimming trunks.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's a cool place to walk through. I mean,
yeah.
it's a it's more of a lodge type feel place, and it's been a big hit for us. Um, we're
So yeah, so I guess when we're there, I think we come in Friday morning. We're gonna go play. We're all gonna meet in Nashville for my birthday. Go do a
uh-oh.
round in Nashville and then go out. So we might be a little hungover coming in to Friday
Yeah.
morning. But I think our first tee time's not until midday on
Hmm.
Friday. I don't know what the exact time is, but whatever. We got plenty of time to drive 2 hours. But unlike that Friday afternoon, there's plenty of I mean, we got a
Yeah.
couple restaurants we can go to eat, right, and have a
Yep.
couple of
Yeah.
after round beers right there
Yep.
on the property.
Yep. Easy. There's after a round of golf, especially for like maybe a small snack and the beers outside the hotel right next to the pool, there's a place called Skyside, and that's gonna be like probably best view on property.
Awesome.
Um, it's like you're kind of hanging out over the cliff a little bit when you're sitting there having beers, and it's a pretty cool spot. And
Okay.
there be games on and all that out there.
Perfect. So that's the everybody bring their scorecard in. We're gonna meet at Skyside and
Yeah. Yep.
dilly up who owes who what, who won, all that good stuff.
Yep. Lots of spots to do that.
Okay. And then for dinner, I did see that you guys have a steakhouse as well, right? Or at least a restaurant that looks like it offers steak.
Yeah. Two of them offer steaks. One's a it's called Old Alliance.
Okay.
It's gonna be your fine dining like experience that we offer. I think it's all pretty fine, but it's like
Yeah, that's your white tablecloth place, right?
yes, exactly. And then the Craig, that's the one that's attached to the clubhouse that overlooks the short course.
Okay.
Um, Probably one of my favorite bars ever to hang out at.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
love it there. It's just a McLemore staple. Is kind of it's been there since we opened. Like it sits on the cool thing to tell people. Um, Before the course got redesigned, the short course and it'll make sense once you're there. But the short course was the fairway of the old 18th hole, and like the Craig and the clubhouse sit on the old 18th green.
Okay.
So that's
Perfect.
just a cool little thing of kind
Yeah.
of tells a little bit of a story. Um, and then with the hotel now, it's good. People needed more places to eat, so that's
Yeah.
really been a big help to us.
Okay. So we'll do Old Alliance one night for more. We'll do our one ritzy dinner.
Yeah.
And the other nights we'll just hang out at the Craig, probably would be my assumption.
Yep. And there's another cool place, the Croft at the hotel. That'd be your third option. It's going to
Okay.
be similar to the Craig, obviously a little bit different menu, but when it comes to like price and like stature of the restaurant, they're about even.
Okay. And what was that one called?
The Croft, Croft.
Okay.
So
All right.
Tyler, how much how much undeveloped land do you guys have? Hint,
I
hint.
don't. I don't know the exact answer. It's a lot. We have a lot in the works. I don't necessarily get told everything. Obviously, get too excited, and then I start asking questions all the time, putting pressure on, wanting answers, updates. But we got a lot. We're developing across the street, a neighborhood. Um, with the pickleball, the another pool that the houses will get to use that isn't a part of Hilton. Just more facilities, little general store type of thing. Um, we're we're working really hard on a shooting range. Um, that a lot of places have, and we want to incorporate the cliff edge stuff, shooting range course type of thing that
Yeah.
Mhm.
I haven't really seen anywhere. But you go through that stuff, it takes time to get approved and all that. But we we got some land up there. There's you know, cross my fingers for a third golf course.
It gives
Third
off
golf.
a little bit of a feel, just in looking at the pictures, um, a little bit like Big Cedar Lodge in a few
Yeah,
ways,
yeah,
um, with the keep kind of like an Ozark National type
yep,
feel, and the Highlands course is kind of like, I don't know what I would say, like Buffalo Ridge, wouldn't you
yeah,
say, John? But the views, man,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's I mean that's
this place,
what the
I mean,
whole place is built around. It's pretty special out there. You can see it's like all the way towards like the Blue Ridge Mountains will
hmm.
be the furthest mountain ranges that you're seeing when you're out there. So like when you're looking that just know that's what you're looking at.
So when you were saying that you guys were up against Sand Valley, are you up against the Lido course?
No, I'm trying to think. Whatever their 2026 course is, might be Sedge
Yeah, okay.
Valley.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the one that's and then I believe the Roost at
Yeah.
Cabot Citrus.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's where it's the three courses. I actually played the Roost early January, and like they're under preview play, just like at the moment we are at the Keep, and um, pretty cool, similar experience. We got them on that course. I feel good about that one. Obviously, hadn't been to Sand Valley, but uh, it's something we really want. So we're make it happen.
Yeah, I didn't want to put you on the spot because I'm like, I know you've
Yeah.
done some traveling, and then I'm thinking,
Hmm.
okay, what's your feeling? I've heard varying opinions about Cabot. I'll put
Yeah.
that out there, not a big deal. And some have been good, some have been bad, some have been indifferent. It could be the same for Big Cedar, honestly. Some people like it, some people are like, ah, it was great. It's this or that. But what steps are you guys taking there to just put you just over the top?
Um, it's a lot of competition. I'm trying to think of the word I want to use, but we're paying attention. We're also learning like these, and how we can take some of what they're doing and do it a little bit better. Um, but that's important is knowing what I hate saying competition, but it is like I
Right.
talk to groups all the time and they're between three courses and they're probably eventually going to come and play. That's how these golf trips work. Uh, Especially when you're traveling, it's very rarely is your core group going the same place year over year, right? I definitely want you guys to come back, and I think you will, but you're probably going to take your big group somewhere else next year and experience something else. So like, you know, it's fun to watch the big groups come and then they come back and it somebody in the group brings another 8 to 10 guys, and that's kind of how it works. But, when it comes to separating ourselves, it's the people up there. I think we do a good job of kind of our sales team being stay and play golfer minded.
Hmm.
We understand what you're trying to accomplish in a trip, and you're really buying into that. And also, I know it's tough planning trips when you're the trip planner. So like my goal is to take that off of you. And I feel like I don't get that other places. they either want you to do it all online, which can get overwhelming. Um, Trying to plan that out can be overwhelming, and you, you might not choose the best lodging because there's not someone there walking you through it.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we're doing that's a little that is being a little younger as a company. We're we're still messing around with our technology and systems every day to make it all work and make it easy. But yeah, we're no one has the land we have, in my opinion, view wise. You get out on the West Coast, there's some of that, but down here in the Southeast, like I tell a lot of people, um, where we're located, especially you guys will understand this. We're kind of the furthest mountain range, right? Like we're as far south you can go, so a little bit warmer weather and still give the mountain feel.
Yeah.
And then for people coming up from Florida, we're the first mountain they get to. And it's working for us that we're this like southern mountain, you know, golf course. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're definitely in this. You're in a sweet spot,
Yeah,
honestly, of where you guys are located, and I think that's great. And me and John appreciate you telling our guys, our audience, how far ahead these days that you have to book these. I mean, even within our own state, with our, we got French Lick and the die course, and we had to book that over a year in
yep,
advance to be able to get on there this year. And people are like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Man, we can't. We got to pick it and go. I mean, you
right,
got to pull the trigger and get in there because everybody's filling up fast. Like
right. I
and you got
mean,
to jump out there and get it done."
I think Bandon Dunes is the best example.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a it's a lottery system. They've gone to pretty much a lottery ticket system that they're giving you have to get lucky to get the chance to book something 2 to 3 years out. And that's just, I mean, it's obviously like what a beautiful world to live in, but I think they're doing a good job of, you know, their tee sheet isn't, booked out all day every day. They're very selective in how they do things. And, I one day want to be that where, hey, it's not we don't have 200 golfers on the day, and that make for a better experience for everybody. That's a big goal of mine, is to get to a point where, like, not turning people away, but like we want to be able to have groups kind of plan in advance and truly be a bucket list kind of destination.
Yeah, it's kind of nice on some courses that Steve and I played. I mean, we've gone all the way out from the West Coast to the East Coast, North and South. And it's nice to get on those courses, even if it's a kind of a full tee sheet where you
Hmm.
don't really intermingle with any of the other groups. You
Right.
might see a couple holes ahead of you, you might not, but just kind of feels like it's your course.
Hmm.
That's always a good experience for
Mhm.
us. We like I'll give a shout out to a course out in outside of Palm Springs, between Palm Springs and San Diego, called Rams Hill. I mean, as soon as we walked up, drove up, they took our clubs, put them on the cart, said, "Hey,
Yep.
breakfast is in there. We're going to take your clubs down to the range. You guys go have breakfast. See you down at the range in 45 minutes. You guys, there's no one behind you for the next half hour. Take your
Yeah.
time and enjoy the round, right?"
It's a
So from
beautiful
like the
thing.
time we got out of our car till the time we got on the course, like, it was awesome. Plus, they have a bev cart between. You can hit the bev cart or the station, beer station, 4 times on that course because they just put it in
Good
unique
spots.
positions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
it
like
was
that.
like, and tacos at the turn. It's like, man, this place is legit. So, I think a lot of that is important for a golf trip because we've also played some nice courses, but done it the very cheap route
Hmm.
where it's like we got a cheap hotel. We went to one course that was all by itself, and the experience wasn't there. Right? They're just trying to rush everybody through and try to fill asses and seats in the golf
Yeah.
carts and hurry up. It's 350 is your playing time, and like we want you done on well under 4 hours, and so we can get the next four some out here.
Yeah. And it goes both ways. It's a tough thing to do, especially our course. Our average round time on the Highlands is closer to 4 hours and 30 minutes. And you'll see why. It's not necessarily slow play. you get to drive through. I think it's one of the coolest cart paths out there. Like
Yeah.
you're driving through canyons, up mountains, down mountains, and like sometimes it takes a long time to get to the next hole,
Yeah.
but it's cool. And so, and you guys will experience that. And that's a big difference between the golf courses. You talk about feeling that like it is a cool feeling when you're on a hole and you feel like you're the only people out there. The Highlands does a good job of that, just the way it's routed and
Yeah.
it's treed. And spots. So a lot of time you feel like you're the only people out there, which is cool. And then the keep wide open, no trees. You're gonna see every group, and but that's a cool view too.
Yeah.
That's two different, two different experiences.
Yeah.
So like
It's
you get
it's
a little
good
bit of
seeing
everything.
other groups, especially as they're coming through. We're gonna have four groups of four, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to look back on the open, the course that's more open, and say,
Oh
"Oh,
man, there's some.
I wonder if he's gonna know about where to hit it on this green because the pins, tucked on this shot or
Um, I'll
whatever."
say
Or
that.
being able to yell back at them and say, whatever you got to
Yeah,
say, talk a little trash.
I'll say this about the keep. I'm excited to hear that this part of y'all's trip. If um, definitely not stadium course, but there's some spots on there that if it was, that's where I'd buy a ticket to and watch. There's a spot on the front nine where like you stand up on this par three tee box and you can see four greens. So there's going to be a time when let's see, it'll be six, seven, eight, and nine tee box where it's just going to be your 16 guys all playing, all putting, and it's a cool little spot on the golf course that I'm a big fan of, especially, groups of size. So,
Awesome. I guess
Yeah.
it got brought up in our group chat because every group
mhm.
golf trip you do, you start a Facebook Messenger chat with everybody that's going, and people are already getting side bets and talking crap and whatever. It did got brought up the new course. Do you know? I mean, we're getting a little bit closer. Are we walking? Are we riding?
Oh, good
Have a
question.
feel?
Good question. I'm going to 50-50.
Okay, I like those odds. I like those
I,
odds.
I know it's tough. It's a, it's a battle. We're getting carts.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know how long we'll have them. The walking has been, it's built to walk. We have caddies. It's it's a cool scene out there with the caddies and everybody walking, it being that open. But carts are needed. People want to ride too, and
yeah,
we understand that. It's just a matter if they get here. they're
yeah,
they're on the way. They're ordered. It's
yeah.
just, and y'all are right there on it. You might be the first day.
You
It'd
never
be
know.
funny if
Yeah,
that works out. So
yeah,
I'll keep you updated. I have a running list that I'm kind of keeping updated as we get closer, but I don't want to tell you no or
yep.
tell you yes. So
Either
it's
way, we're there to play. We just
yeah,
have some guys that are ultra anal about knowing every single little intimate detail,
yeah,
right? Of the trip. Like I think it'd be a great experience having a caddy.
hmm
That way I
and
can tell. That way I can tell him like, hey, dude, I don't need a caddy. Like I know how to read these greens. And second hole, I'll say, all right, caddy, come back over here and help me out because I don't know what the f I'm doing.
right, and
So we like
if
that.
if the carts are there when you're there, you know, you'll probably have a mix. I think once you pull in, because you're going to get shuttled over there, so you're going to ride a shuttle bus. You're going to get over there. You're going to drive in, and it might change. People who are like, I'm getting a cart might change their mind, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, and vice versa. So like, it's kind of a once you get there, you're going to get talked through it by the staff, um, and they'll kind of help you make that decision.
Okay. That's good. Um, do you know what day we're playing that course by chance?
I can find out real quick. Hold on.
No big deal. I was just curious. I think it's
I
Saturday,
think
but
I think I have it.
might be Saturday.
I tell you what,
Friday.
the
It's Friday.
pictures are amazing.
Friday.
Yep, Friday.
So that's going to be the first course that we play. So we still should be firing on all cylinders as a group.
Yeah.
depending on
It's
how Nashville goes that previous night.
uh, I like to do that on purpose too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
to keep it's fresh. It's I want people in their
Yeah. If we did
best
that
health
Sunday,
and
we'd
mindset.
probably be hurting and we might not have everybody actually
E-
show up to that tee time.
Exactly. I know how it goes. One thing coming from Nashville, you will have time change coming from Nashville to McLemore. So
Okay.
some people don't. We're right on the line of Eastern Central, but we
And
are
you guys
Eastern
are on
time.
Eastern?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. We're on Eastern here in Indiana, then we go to Louisville and Nashville, Tennessee, and it's like, all right, now we're on slow time, then we go back to fast. So we're used to that. Indiana's got three different time zones: north part of the state, slow time, middle part of the state, Eastern, and you get down to the Southwest, and it's slow again. So it's
What course in Nashville?
we're gonna go play Greystone.
Heck yeah, good course. I'm from Nashville, so
Yeah,
I
I love
was curious.
Greystone. I like
Yeah,
Hermitage too, but Greystone holds
yeah.
a plate. I just love
My I grew up 10 minutes from Hermitage,
it. Okay,
so that's where I'm from, and came to college in Chattanooga and been here ever since. So
there you go.
yeah.
I guess just for more of the, what do we do? So when we pull in on Friday, we're going to probably roll in about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock fast time.
Hmm.
Um, we just go check. Where do we check? Do we go straight to the cabins or do we go somewhere else or what does that look like?
It's pretty. Is it be pretty easy? You'll probably check in after you play, but I know you're driving in, so you might not. We like you can use our locker room in the clubhouse if you need to.
Cool.
But like you'll be able to park right there by the cottages and uh, talk to me like a week of
Yep.
type of thing, and I will um, do what I can to get you in at least one of them early.
Yeah.
Um,
It doesn't matter. I know like check-ins at not until like 3 or 4, right? So
four,
like
yeah, four. So it
we'll
may be
check in
after your round.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
No big deal.
but you'll be able to park right there, and like I said, you're right by the range. So you and
Yeah.
kind of the shuttle and all, it'd be really easy.
Awesome.
But you're pull in, you'll get codes to the doors, 24 hours before,
Cool.
and that's a big help. But you'll come in through kind of the gatehouse. You'll stop at a gate there that you don't really need to check in. Just tell them you're there for a stay and play. They'll give you parking passes, and then just follow up and get out, and you'll go check in the pro shop, and they'll
Find out what the course record is, hit the first tee, right?
everybody guide you. So,
Perfect.
and I plan on my goal is to be up there. At least say hey.
Yep.
I,
That'd be awesome if you can make it. You got to
oh,
be on the way
oh,
though. So
I know it's a little there's some cool things happening in April that I want to get at and people I want to meet. So I'm it's all baby dependent though. So
we get that.
yeah.
What do you got, Steve? I know I kind of threw this one all together as far as the trip goes, but I know you've been doing your research as well.
No, I've purposely tried to stay away from looking at the website because I don't, you start to
Good
go,
for you.
man,
Yeah.
I can't wait. And now it's just glaring at me.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through all the pictures. I mean, I've seen this stuff online and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
Instagram, TikTok, they're all over the place. Hard not to see them.
I will say this. I think the newest video about a month ago, um, I won't name drop another place,
Yeah,
but
golf. I think Golf Velocity or whoever they were.
yeah,
Yeah,
they did an incredible job showing what we got right now. So
yeah. As soon as that
that's
posted, I shared it with the friends
yeah.
group. So
good. They didn't even tell us they were coming. Um, they just kind of put that out, and we were like, "What the heck just happened?" And we honestly we blew up from it for
yeah,
about 3 weeks. It was crazy. So like that was a cool little thing. But they just did a good job of showing where we're at right now
yeah,
from their perspective, which was cool. So
yeah, yeah. And that got us all pumped. And when that came out, we were like, we have a trip counter, like day counter down, and we're like, oh shit, another 66 days left to go. Go out there. Just go shoot myself now.
Yeah, it's tough when the trips get closer. It feels like, time goes slow, but
What
we're excited to have you guys.
what time? Because we're gonna need hard times. What time does like the short course, the putting? What time do you guys kind of shut that down? And
So no lights on the short course, so
right,
that and there's no one out there marshaling or like checking in
right,
at the short course. It's show up on the first tee box and go.
right.
Just till you can't see.
Yeah.
Uh, and then putting course, I think the lights turn off 11:30.
Oh,
Um,
yikes.
yeah, yeah,
Be a long
but
day.
like, yeah,
A lot of
it
lot
will
of
be.
money, lot of money to lose in that amount of time, John.
I'm dreading that already.
But but yeah, y'all just reach out if anything pops up, and especially I know how those group chats are. If guys have questions, I don't mind at all if you want them to reach out to me to answer something a little bit.
No, I don't want I won't do that to you with our group.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
funnel
not
it.
it's not that bad. We've got a couple of guys that are nursing some mild injuries, and they're a little
Hmm.
concerned about walking and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. But I don't think it'll be
Yeah.
The
that big a deal.
the
Yeah, as long
course
as they
will
can
the
push or get a caddy for it, those two guys
yeah.
would. We had one guy break his elbow hanging Christmas lights, and then we had another guy hurt his shoulder in the simulator.
Mm.
Don't know how that happens, but we can do it in our group. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and like look, the course and the views on the keep, it they'll they'll get over it.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So Um, and yeah, that's another thing. Push carts, like don't take a caddy, and there's not golf carts. Push carts are free, and we got a ton of them.
Okay,
So you just
good.
grab those and go.
If you guys have caddies available, I'm taking a caddy. I mean, that's
I highly advise it. It makes the experience being. I've done it. I've carried my own bag. I've pushed a cart, and I've had a caddy.
caddies.
And the cad, it's the way to go. It's it makes for a cool round being able to walk around there and take it all in without worrying about all your bag and where to go and all that stuff. So
I guess one big question I did not bring up is on course refreshments. Do you guys have like a halfway house, or there's places for us to,
yeah,
get a 6 pack at a turn somewhere, or how does that
yep.
work?
So two different spills on that. The Highlands, definitely grab something before you head out at the
Okay.
Craig Bar. You can take your cooler in there. But then on hole number 6, there'll be a beverage cart. As you'll see, our our cart passer can be a little intense switchbacks up and down hills. So kind of hard for those big beverage carts to just
Yeah,
drive
Right.
around backwards all day. So we post one up kind of like a bar on hole
I
60
love it.
box.
Cool.
Um, she's awesome. And then you're going to pass the turn grill at 9, and then you're going to play 3 holes and you're going to pass it again.
Oops.
And then there will be a car girl on the back who kind of the back's a little more flat and gets a little less
Okay.
crazy, and she'll be back in there. The keep, there will be a car girl um, on the keep, like food, snacks, Cokes, Powerades, waters, all included. So that's a cool thing. And then there'll be a car girl selling drinks, and then at hole 9, there'll be a lady in there that you can grab some more beers and stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that first course that you mentioned sounds dangerous. It sounds like every
like
six,
yeah, I mean,
9 and another 3 holes.
I'm,
I'm
I'm
remember, and you guys have high noons on
yes,
prem.
we do.
Sponsored by them.
We
Um,
do. We have high
don't drink
noons.
anything.
I do, I guess, I do advise, like, bring the stuff to stock the cottages. That's
Yeah,
a thing that can kind of, people get up there and then you don't want to have to like ride to the store. So, highly
load up,
advised
load up on the way in.
and save you some money
Yeah, because I
instead of,
figured, with our group, I mean, we'll bring some cards and some poker chips.
mhm,
People will probably be hanging around the fire pit, smoking a cigar at the cottage, and then
yeah.
we'll probably still go venture up to one of the bars, but
Mhm.
if it's a lake.
Cottages have perfect poker tables. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Um, and then probably another important thing, since it seems so popular in golf today, um, do you guys allow Bluetooth speakers on the on
On
the
on the Highlands.
on the Highlands?
The keep is music free.
Okay.
Uh, it, yeah, I'm trying to. They really want the keep to be more of a purist
Yep.
golf course experience, and then the Highlands is like that's where you're going to be able to,
Yep.
have that kind of party energy type of round. If
Understood.
yeah, so two different experiences, which
Yeah.
I'm pumped about. So
So do we have not just we, anybody listening, but are there carts for the cottages to be able to get to the hotel, or is it all just foot?
no, there's not.
Okay.
Something we've tried in the past. People have abused it, so we have to kind of
Figured.
we want it, and we're working on it. We just got to figure out the best way to do it, and you'll see like having your own golf cart under under a little bit of influence driving down the hotel, probably not the safest thing, and you'll see why. But if you want, you can go to Craig, grab a pro shop guy or like a hostess in the restaurant, and they can call the hotel and they can send up valets and golf cart shuttles, and they'll shuttle you down there and shuttle you back up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring a little tip money with us.
Yes, highly advised.
That's awesome. Yeah, because you don't want us 16 stumbling around that place. You know what I mean? After 30
no, man. Like
12 years.
we had a group grab a cart. Um, got left out, and we don't know how they got a key, but they just want to take it to the hotel, and it's dark and
Oh,
it's windy, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. They just put a little dent in it, but it's like
Yeah.
that's why we can't do it. People
Yep.
people ruin it. So
Insurance game is there for a reason.
exactly.
We've done some risky trips like out to like Wolf Creek out in Nevada,
Oh
where you're just in and out of like I'm slamming on the brakes and we're still going down. So
yeah.
Vegas was tough. There's a couple out in Palm Springs that I didn't know if we were gonna make it. Uh, it's
Yeah,
I mean,
you'll be
even
all right.
even Paynes Valley, I don't, keep up
Yeah.
bringing up the courses. Paynes Valley had some, sketchy cart paths that we had to, if you were inebriated, like you could
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I mean that's a thing. Drive the our path from 17 green to the 18th tee box is one of those. So,
yeah.
but there's, you'll be all right. The carts are built for it. So,
So, last question for me, and I know we want to be cognizant of your time here. What's your handicap, and I know you got a baby on the way, but what's your one goal in golf this year to do personally for yourself?
yeah. So 7 handicap. I've been a 7 my whole life. uh, Even since I was like 14, 15. I've always played, never played any type of high school or anything like that. I just play a lot and I love it. I love member guest. I love any type of, games like that. It's so much fun. I'm competitive, so I like competitive golf.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, Florida hang around the 7. This year, just uh, get out as much as I can, you know, uh, try to not let it get away from me. It's
Yeah.
my one.
Strap the baby carriage to the cart, dude, and wait.
I've been prepping for this. And this day's coming, and the used to hunt a bunch too, and it's like I can't do both. I'm choosing golf. So
Yes.
like, it's kind of been choose that one thing, and I'm gonna stick to it. So, but yeah, my goal is just to still go on a trip, in the fall. Still scratch my itches here and there. Still play in the
Yeah.
member guests that I'm invited to, and do all that. And I get to play for work here and there, so
Yeah.
that won't change. I have to play sometimes. So
I hate when that happens.
yeah, man, me too.
Steve and I had to go play Valhalla one year for work, and I was like, darn it,
No, so yeah,
duty
yeah,
calls.
yep.
tough, tough, tough life.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you guys. This has been fun. Excited to have you too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
So,
real excited. We appreciate you coming on, and you know, I'm ecstatic about it.
mhm.
I got to stop looking at the Instagram posts and the YouTube videos because I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting for my new putter to get here so I can get warmed up. But if
Yeah,
it doesn't get here until late, like then there's another excuse why I'm missing putts out there. So
exactly. Don't get too good. So,
So Tyler, I know you said it, but how far out are you guys booked currently? And what would be your advice to our listeners if they want to get set up to come out and do, whether it's the same package we have or
yeah,
maybe they want to stay out for a week? What do they need to do? Who do they need to get in contact with? And how soon should they do it?
book now to get what you want. Now, that's part of my job, and it's the most one of the most important things I do is I'm trying to create the best trip for you. And so like I'm always looking for holes and creative ways to fit groups in when I can. Save you money if I can. I really you kind of get to build it yourself as much as you can. I give you the options, and I just walk you through every step of it
yeah,
to kind of get the best thing for you. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing it happen. It started happening last year. People wanted to come, and we're booked. Okay, well, I'm having to do a good job in my job of, okay, when do you start planning? I'm going to reach out. And then, I'm trying to educate people to book as soon as you can. I mean, it's getting a deposit down, not asking for the whole thing, but to reserve it. And I need to hold this lodging, and it'll be worth it when you get here, even though it's a long time away. But weekends, I mean, we're all out without something going on that might make your trip a little different. So, like, I advise now to get what you want and the best price and
yeah,
best bang for your buck. Like, you know, Highlands member guest weekend. We have houses open and we have tea times, but it's going to be a keep only oriented trip, which people are fine with. But people want to play two courses. They want to play
yeah.
both, and I get it. Um, Halloween's on a Friday this year. That's tough. People aren't booking for I've I don't know, never even thought about it. And then I'm like, man, we October, in my opinion, is my favorite month at McLemore. It's absolutely beautiful with the trees.
Change of the colors and everything else.
Yeah, it's insane how awesome it is during that time. November's getting warmer every year, it feels like. So like November's creeping in to be a very popular month. Uh, but yeah, if you can, you know, holidays, you'd think it's holidays are slow for us. So if you can swing it with your guys, it's a great way to get in and get a good setup on short notice. Just because people are doing family trips, and I don't know, it just never really holidays kind of slow for us. So that's I'm always offering that. Um, but yeah, we're as soon as you can. The best way to book it is to reach out to me.
Yeah, I
I
guess I
can't
should
we
mention that too. So like when I found these guys, obviously I saw everything on social media.
Mhm.
Being a sales minded person, like right, I didn't want to go through the online deal. I had 20 other questions. So I just called in. Tyler got a hold of me, gave me a call back, and we just started talking through all that I wanted on the trip, right? Here's about how many guys we have. Do we stay in the hotel or do we stay in the cabins? And
Mhm.
like we just kind of molded this thing out of clay into what we exactly needed. It wasn't
Yeah,
like some of these stay and play packages like that you see out in California or Arizona where it's like, oh, you got a 2 or 3 day trip. Like, which one do you want? And it's like, dude, we're coming in on Thursday night or Friday morning. What do we need?
yeah,
And then they kind of laid Tyler just laid it out around our budget, and we get to play both courses. We got enough rounds in, and like it was a custom. Like it's not a cookie cutter package. It's made for us. And when I
yeah,
needed help, I picked up the phone, called there, and they answered, and they said, "Here's all your answers to your questions." And it just made it like a simple experience. So kudos to you and the team over there for
thank
making
you.
it simple for people to do business with you.
We take a lot of pride in it. So it's shout out to our whole team. You know we reach out to people every day that want to play, and we try to make sure they talk to one of us. And we hold each other accountable on that, and we want you to come. So I want to call you, and it's fun planning golf trips for people. I mean, it doesn't so in a world there, this is a dream job for me, and um,
I would say most people probably aren't too pissed off about booking a golf trip, right? Most people are
right. I mean,
in pretty good mood. So like you get to deal with people, then they're happy, right?
yep. And back to like advice on booking for people listening, like you did a good job booking early because kind of locked in the pricing that we were currently offering, right? Like that's a big thing. You call me right now to try to book the same trip on the same weekend. Well, it's not going to be available, but 30% more expensive. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Hey, guys, you're welcome. Just so you
we're
know.
gonna reward. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna reward the people that want to plan and want to come, and it's a business, but
I
yeah,
get it.
that's an important part. So.
Cool.
So say if we were down there, well, we're going to be down there, but when we're down there, if we said, "Hey, Tyler,
Mhm.
we'd really like to lock in these same dates for next year."
Yep.
Is that
Do
a
it all the time.
is that a
Yeah.
possibility, or are you
Yeah. Right
that
now,
far out ahead?
no, right now you're good. Right now you're good. But, we're learning as we grow. Like we are going to have to start marketing for 2026
Yeah.
now. And once that hits, that's when it'll get serious and next year really starts. But we're we're 8 months out right now.
Yeah.
People are starting to inquire about 2026. The people that do this a trip every year, they've been enough places, talked to enough places to know to get what they want. They need to call now. But no, yeah, you call me when you get back, probably set up the same thing, just run it back, and it's really easy.
Easy enough.
Man, I never even thought about October
Yeah.
being as
It's
far south as you are and be like, "Oh man, I bet that's money. I bet that's
it
a
is, man. It's
site."
crazy. It's the first month to go every year. People have figured it out. But don't let that 1st of November scare you because it's good too.
Yeah.
Uh, Prices changed a little bit. Could they go down a little bit in November? And I don't know how long that's going to be a thing with how nice November's getting. So, we may have to include it in peak season. That's a conversation being had, and something like that. So but yeah, that October, November is pretty special up here. So definitely look into it.
Awesome.
All right, John, you got anything else?
That's it, buddy.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna head home and work on nursery stuff and do all that. So
Well,
yeah, man, I appreciate y'all and stay in touch.
yep. Everybody, we're gonna sign off here, and if you need any more information, get a hold of Tyler. I'll have everything in the podcast show notes. And again, John, Tyler, thanks, and we'll talk again.
All
Yeah,
right.
guys, see
Good.
y'all.